Hey everyone, my name's Carissa and I'm here to tell you what you need to hear today. The other day in the Coffee with Carissa Facebook group, I asked a question in there and I said, what is the biggest challenge that you are facing in your business right now? And we got so many different answers from people saying things like marketing and lead generation to converting sales to like staff issues. A lot of people have problems with staff, but I'll save that for another day. But there was one in particular which stood out to me, and unfortunately I didn't write down who said it, so I'm sorry about that. I should have done that. But a lot of people jumped on and kind of like agreed with them. She said that there's so many things that I want to do, I just don't have the time, like because I'm trying to do so many things at once. And so I thought I'd come in and talk about this because it's something that I'm very, very passionate about myself. I go through this a lot. It's been like the story of my life, and I've basically created a system for myself that enables myself to get everything done that I want to do and more, and actually make each thing kind of successful and work along the way. But to start with, I did want to just kind of draw a card for this person, for this topic, and it may be appropriate for you. Action inspired from aligned thoughts is joyful action. So that's quite relative, because when you are this kind of creative person and you have so many ideas and there's so many things that you want to do and experience and create in your life, and you just have like a million business ideas and you don't know how to bring them all to life, a part of you feels a little bit crushed or a little bit dead inside if you talk yourself out of doing them, because someone along the way has told you that you can't do everything and that you can't have everything and that you have to settle for mastering one thing. You can't do it all. Whereas I'm here to tell you that yes, you can do it all. However, you just have to go about it in a way that you can't do it all yourself. This card says, action offered from a place of contradicted thought is hard. Unsatisfying work does not yield good results. But when you feel really good about jumping into action, that is a clear sign that you are not offering thoughts that are contradictory to your own desires. So what that means is that I don't believe that you should talk yourself out of having to do things that you want to do, and that everything that you do should feel good to you. You shouldn't think that you have to do things a certain way or be a certain way because of what someone else thinks or what someone else told you once. And so the strategy for this, and if you've heard of my story, I've had many different businesses from when I was 19 to when I'm now about to turn 33, starting in graphic and web design. I had a chain of beauty salons, I had my own product ranges, I've had online stores, I used to sell stubby coolers at one point, like custom branded ones. Now a business coach, and I sell multiple different online courses and books and do speaking at events. And you can do everything that you want, but as I said before, you can't do everything yourself. So I'm trying to put these back in the box and it's not working. My personal strategy that I've created over the years that I'd like to share with you is just a 4-step process, and that is create, systemize, delegate, repeat. I'll say that again. Create, systemize, delegate, and repeat. So if you want to accomplish everything that you want to do in life, if you have so many different business ideas and you want to bring them all to life, then you can't do them all yourself. And what a lot of people do is they start 10,000 things and then they have all of these unfinished projects and they're not successful in any of them. This is a strategy that I learned luckily when I was quite young. I was 22, I had my first shop that I'd opened, and I hired my first employee. I had that epiphany moment of like, this is what we want to do. Then I need to systemize the way that we do it. Then I need to find someone else to come in and do that thing and do that job and run that part of the business so that I can then move on to the next project or the next idea or the next thing that I want to do. But I can't move on and put all of my energy into that next idea or into that next thing if someone else isn't putting their energy into the thing that comes before that. Does that make sense? I really, really hope that that does make sense for you. It is just physically impossible for you to do all of these things, to run all parts of a business, let alone multi-parts of a business. Like, yeah, you can do it. And I've met people that they're like, oh, I own 3 businesses and I run all of them. And I'm like, well, how successful are they and how much work are you doing? Because it's usually like their whole life goes into it and they end up burning out, and like they can't have a holiday, they can't have a sick day, they can't take a day off because they are everything. If you have so many different projects and so so many different ideas and so many things that you want to do, you really have two options. You have to, one, discipline yourself to actually finish things, or two, delegate that thing to someone else so that they can finish it and you can then keep that creative flow, those juices flowing. You'll be inspired and feel fulfilled, because as a creative person, you need to always be creating. And if you're someone who has thousands of ideas, then, you'll be really upset or depressed even if you're not, creating and making them come to life. So you need to get out of your own way. You need to accept the fact that other people can do things that you do, sometimes even better than you can do them, but you need to put in the work first to create that position, get it running, systemize it, hire someone, train them to do it, and then you can move on to the next thing.